Hi, this is John. In this IT Taster video, I'm going to show you how to set up user home folders. Network administrators are able to provide their users with a dedicated folder to store personal documents. A home folder can be located on a client computer or a server. In practice though, pretty much everyone will store users' home folders centrally on the server or a network storage device. This makes backup easy and users are able to access their home folder from any computer on the network. Okay, let's get started. First thing we need to do is create a root folder to store our home folders. And I'm going to call our folder Home Folders. The next thing we need to do is share the folder so that we can make it available on the network. To do that, right click the folder, click Properties, click the Sharing tab, click Advanced Sharing and put a tick next to Share this folder. Next you need to choose a name for your share. I'm going to stick with Home Folders, except I'm going to take out the space between the word Home and Folders because I don't like spaces in my share names. Now when I set up Home Folders, I like to keep the root folder hidden. So I'm going to create a hidden share, and you do this by putting $1 at the end of the share name. This prevents the share appearing when browsing the server over the network. We now need to set our share permissions, so click on the Permissions button. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail about sharing all file permissions. I'll cover that in another video. Now it's a good idea to remove the Everyone group by clicking Remove, and we're going to replace this with the Domain Users group. We're going to give domain users full control. This means only users who are domain users can access the home folder share, and we've given them full control to it. And click OK. You can add a comment to describe what the share does. And click OK. We now need to set our file permissions, so click the Security tab, click on Advanced, and we need to remove inherited permissions because, as you can see, domain users have read and execute permissions, and this will be inherited by our individual home folders, and we don't want that. Click Change Permissions, remove the tick from Include Inheritable Permissions from this object's parent. Choose Add. This means we retain all of the current permissions. Highlight the two entries for users and click Remove. Click OK and close the Home Folder Properties box. The next thing to do is go to Start, go to Administrative Tools, and click on Active Directory Users and Computers. I'm going to quickly create a new user. Now if you want to know more about creating and managing users, take a look at my video on the IT Taster channel. Right click your organizational unit, choose New and User, give your user a name, give your user a logon name, and click Next. Assign a password, and I don't want my users to change the password at next login, and click Next. Let's create one more. Assign the user a password, get rid of user must change password at next login. Okay, right click one of your users and go to Properties and click on the Profile tab, and this is where we can specify our home folder. The local path allows us to set up a home folder on the user's client machine, but as I said before, this is rarely used. To configure a central home folder, we need to check Connect, and then we need to choose a drive letter that we want to assign to our user's home folder. I'm going to choose drive H. Now normally to assign a drive letter and connect it to a shared folder, you'd need to map a drive. However, this is not necessary when configuring a home folder. It can all be done here. We now need to specify the path to our home folder. So type 2 backslashes and the server name, which is server. Enter a single backslash and the share name to our root share, which was home_folders $. And then you need to enter another backslash and type in the user's home folder name. Now rather than type in the user's name, you can use the %username % variable. Now by doing this, a home folder will be created and given the user's logon name. I like to use this method because it keeps things nice and uniform and also helps avoid typos. Now if we click apply, notice the user's logon name has now appeared in the path, and click OK. Let's do the same for our other user. Right click the user and go to properties, click profile, click connect, specify your home drive letter, pop in the path, pop in the share, and %username %, and click apply. Home folder's been created, and click OK. Now if we go to Windows Explorer and we take a look at our root home folder, you'll notice in there we've now got home folders for our two users. If we right click a user and go to properties and click on the security tab, you notice the user has got full control, and so have the administrators group. Let's now switch over to a client workstation so that we can see how things look for an end user. We'll log in as one of our users. If we go to Start and click Computer, there the user can see their home folder under Network Location. If we go into the home folder, we can create some stuff. Let's create a quick document. And we'll create a folder. And as you can see, as far as the user is concerned, it works like any other drive. We're now back on the server, and if we go into home folders and the user's home folder, there's a document and the folder we created. We now have our users' home directories stored centrally on our server. Users can access them from any machine on the network, and we can back them up easily. I hope this video has been helpful. Please subscribe to my channel, and thanks very much for watching.